Aloha everyone, and welcome to Sunday Facial. So today we're going to do a facial utilizing the XO8 products. I haven't done a facial with the XO8 mask for a very long time, and we're going to use microcurrent to penetrate this in to the skin. Now, I'm going to try to attempt something here today. It may or it may not work out. So I'm going to hook the XO8 mask up to the Pico toner, and I'm going to apply this silicone sheet mask cover to it and hopefully hold it in place while I do an arms treatment with the special edition Neurotris and Jane Man lift unit. I'm also going to attempt to apply the neck piece, and I'm going to wrap it with saran wrap. And then I have this headband, and I was going to put it underneath my chin and buckle it up to hopefully get that neck mask to stay on. So we're going to attempt this. I don't know if it's going to work out, but we'll try it. Now, before I get started, there's a couple things I want to talk about. So I'm also going to use my Diminuage Nano channeling pen with the booster silicone chip. And I just checked on Amazon. They're not selling the pens on Amazon, but they are selling the daily and the booster nano chips. I haven't checked their website. And I'm thinking, like I've mentioned before, I don't know how long this company is going to be around. So I'm not going to recommend that you purchase this. There is another nano channeling pen, which is one cartridge that you could buy for sale. It's pretty expensive. It is the Skin Wand Pro. You can always look on Amazon and check and see what you can see there, but these use those silicone chips. These are no needles. I don't know if you guys haven't heard about this. I did make a community post about this, but all medical microneedling tools have been pulled from Amazon and for sale in the US. So no more Dr. Pen sales in the US right now. So the FDA has started an investigation on medical microneedling for home use. They say it's because of infection control. So they pulled all those. So for right now, you can only purchase cosmetic microneedling tools that start from 0.2 to 0.30, but all 0.5 plus have been pulled from the market in the US. And they're only available for sale for medical professionals. So you have to be a doctor, a nurse, a physician's assistant to purchase medical microneedling tools and cartridges in the US. So there was the article that came out, I think it was like a year ago, but it actually had happened like a couple of years ago, where there was an esthetician in New Mexico who was performing PRP treatments on her clients. And, you know, she was taking their blood. She's not a medical professional. Then putting it in a centrifuge and, you know, spinning it to get the platelets and the growth factors. And she wasn't using proper infection control, and she was microneedling that into the skin. And a bunch of her clients came down with HIV. So, you know, I know that there has been some people, you know, professionals that have been turning in device companies microneedling tools because they're losing business to do-it-yourself at-home treatments. And they've been complaining to the FDA about this, so the FDA has been cracking down. And I know the California State Board has been cracking down on estheticians as well, who are performing microneedling of any sort. The only thing that we can do is microchannel with the silicone chips in California. We cannot use any needles in the treatment room. We're not allowed to dermaplane clients unless you're working in a medi-spa under a doctor, okay? But if you have your own practice and you're not a doctor or a nurse, you're just an esthetician, you cannot perform microneedling on clients. And I keep getting emails every week from the state board reminding me of this, and you know, all the California estheticians, that if you get caught microneedling in your treatment room, and they are doing investigations. They just recently did an investigation here in my area. You are going to lose your license. So that's why I never perform microneedling here on the channel, because even though I am a licensed professional, I am licensed in California and it is not in my scope of practice. I play it safe here. As you guys see, I don't do like, you know, these wild and crazy treatments because I take things conservatively and I stay within my scope of practice. And, you know, even though this is YouTube, I can still get my license taken away for performing things I'm not supposed to. So I just wanted to put that out there. You know, the FDA has also been cracking down on LED light devices, making wild claims. So they have to change wording of that. Even microcurrent companies are getting cracked down on. You know, they're saying like, you know, if you have to prove to us that, you know, these claims are true. If you can't prove that these claims are true, then you must remove it from your website and the product description, because it's intended, it's like creating false hope, okay? So they have to be really careful with the wording these days. And I also heard recently that they're gonna start cracking down on these at-home chemical peels, like the at-home TCA peels as well. So those may no longer be available for sale soon. Also, another one that I heard too that they're looking into, gosh, I can't remember, my brain. Oh shoot, what was it? At home, oh, the plasma pen treatments, not cool jet plasma, but plasma, where they use the argon gas to create those burns in the skin. So a lot of people have been doing this at home because there's devices out there now that you can buy, you know, and do this at yourself, which I think is incredibly dangerous. I've been seeing people come in with the scarring from those because they're, you know, it's a little dot pattern and they didn't perform the treatment right. So now they have the scarring of the dot patterns on their skin, and it's very visible. So I heard that those are probably going to get pulled from the market too. And, you know, what kind of sucks about this is that when they release these treatments for at-home use, for those of us who can perform it in the treatment room, now it's going to be lock and key under a medical professional. And so, yeah, it's kind of, you know, this thing now, but oh well. So first, before we get into anything, I'm going to do a test with my LED light mask. So today, since I am microchanneling, I'm not going to be using my Misama mask because my skin will be a little bit inflamed from that. And when it's inflamed like that, I don't like to use the mask on my skin for it to be touching. So I'm going to use my panel today. But before I get into this, I'm going to do a test here. I am going to test my Aduro LED light mask in the dark, so you guys can see this treatment and see how different they are from where they hit. Now, let me grab my Misama chin to chest mask. So the Aduro neck mask is just red and red LED and infrared LED. Now, as you can see this band right here, it has 2 rows of lights here. And here's the chest piece. I forgot how many lights are in here. And then here is the Misama chin to chest. As you can see, it's a wider band, so it's going to be treating more of the neck area versus the Aduro. And then you got this mandible piece. And this one, you have the option to turn off the near infrared and just use red LED, which I love, which all the other neck masks on the market do not have that option. So let me put this on. Now, the neck piece for this one is a 10-minute treatment, okay? It's a 10-minute treatment, and then I have the old Aduro mask. They just recently released a new mask, and it's a shorter treatment time. It has the 7 colors, and you can turn off the infrared, but it does not have the pulse light in it. But if you wanted a LED light mask that had the different colors and you don't care about the pulse light, Aduro is the one that I would recommend. you know, it's all, you know, up to you and what you want. So let's get this on. So let me turn the Enduro on for the, let's see, we're gonna do, I like, what is it, skin booster mode on this. That's the, with the red and infrared, okay. And then here, let me turn on the neck piece. So this is, the Enduro neck piece is nice because it does cover a large area too. So all the areas that we care about. So let me go turn off my light and I'll be right back so we can see what this looks like in the dark and we can see all the areas that it's hitting. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I turned off my lights and here's the Enduro. So you can see all the areas that it's hitting, but this is not treating underneath my chin. And as you can see, I have the shadowing right here, okay? So, all right, so now let's do my Sama mask. So let me turn this off. Okay, so I'm back and here is the Sama neck and chest piece and the face piece. And as you can see, it covers a very nice area on the chest, like the Enduro does. And then here it is on the neck as it comes up higher, so it treats the area higher underneath the chin so you don't have the shadowing there. I hope I'm in frame. So, and then with this one, you also have the mouth area covered. So your lips are getting treated, where the Enduro, there is no lights right underneath the nose and the mouth is open. Alrighty. Okay, so there's something else I wanted to point out here, is because I had someone ask if they could just use their LED light mask and hold it over their neck and chest versus getting a neck and chest piece. And here's the thing. Yeah, you can do that. You can, but you have to take into consideration that these masks are meant to be touching the skin. So, and the other thing is that you're gonna have to lay there with this on that area. You can't move around with it. If you have a separate neck and chest piece, you can move around with it versus just being stuck to holding. But, you know, you can't really get this all the way up close to your neck and your chest, by the way. And then, like I said, these are meant to be used on touching the skin versus holding it far away, because when you hold it for far away, you're not getting the full strength of these lights, because these lights are definitely weaker than having a panel, okay? And they're meant to be touching the skin, okay? So I hope that helps. Now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go cleanse my skin and prep it for nano channeling, and I'm going to nano channel the placenta peptide complex from XO8 into my skin. So this you cannot purchase. This is a professional only product, but what you can use in place of this is one of those Viktoria De Ann hyaluronic peptide packets, either the low or the medium. You can also use a growth factor in place of this. So I'm gonna go wash my face with the Osmosis Purify. This is an enzymatic cleanser. Work that in, and then I'll come back, apply my 3 peptides that I'm going to use today, and then we'll nano channel this into the skin. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back and I'm ready to apply my Viktoria De Ann peptides. So for my treatment today, I'm going to use Elastin, Procol, and Peptide Repair. So I'm gonna go in with the Elastin first. So this one I am almost out of, and I have another backup bottle. These plastic bottles from Viktoria De Ann with the peptides are temporary. I believe they were in a pinch with their packaging supplier, and they had to switch to these bottles, which I think this is what they use for the professional eye serum size, instead of the roller ball.
So if you got some peptides with these, that's why. But they started shipping their new enhanced formulas at the beginning of September. So if you're ordering from JoElla Milan, I'm not so sure if you're getting the new enhanced formulas yet. You may still be getting the old formulas because I believe she does stock them. But she should probably have gone through them enough now to where she may be shipping the new enhanced formulas. But you guys who order from her, you might want to reach out to her and see if she is shipping the enhanced formulas. I haven't ordered any of my enhanced formulas yet because I placed an order months ago and I had ordered enough to last me for a little while, and so I had backups. But I am gonna probably be placing an order this week with Viktoria De Ann for some peptides because I'm running low, and I should get the new enhanced formulas, and when they arrive, then I can show you what they look like, so you can see if you know what's different. But I know the boxes are going to be different. It'll have the new ingredient information with the enhanced peptides. So now I'm going to go into Procol. Put this on my skin. So my Sama just came out with a new video with the pampered wolf, and I was watching it before I sat down here to do this, and she was saying that she doesn't recommend using LED light therapy right after needling because you're creating wounds in the skin to trigger that collagen response. And she said that you should probably wait to do it a couple of days after your micro needling because red light therapy may speed up the healing process too quickly to notice the enhanced collagen induction benefits from medical microneedling. I think that's what she said. So that's interesting, but I'm microchanneling and I'm not using any needles, so I'm not breaking the skin, so I'm okay. But if you're breaking the skin with the needles, you might want to watch that video. There's a lot of really good information in there, so it's pretty interesting. All right, so that was Pepti Procol. So now I'm going in with Pepti Repair. Gosh, I've been wanting to use the XO8 mask on my skin for quite some time. Like the last 3 months, I have not used any of this. I haven't really done like a real treatment facial like this because I was testing devices. And it just feels so good to be able to sit down here and use a professional treatment or do a professional treatment on myself. Sorry, I didn't sleep good last night. Misha was sick last night and she kept me up all night, so I didn't get any sleep. And I'm just like, oh. But she's feeling better now. So I think she ate a leaf outside because it's, fall, the leaves are shedding, and, dogs like to eat everything that's in front of them. So I think she picked up a leaf and it made her sick. So Mama had to suffer. Okay, so now I'm going to put together my diminuage pen. So I'm going to take out my cartridge, cut off the top, and screw this in here. So this one is aggressive. If you have super sensitive skin, I wouldn't recommend this one for you. This is meant to use 1 or 2 weeks, and that's where the daily chips come in. So the daily chips you can use every single day if you wanted to. The booster chips are meant to be used once a week, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my placenta peptide complex here. This I'm going to apply in sections. and work it into the skin. Now I'm just gonna do my face. I'm not gonna do my neck and chest because it's too tedious with something that is like so small. So I'm going to use the red speed, which is high, and I'm just gonna work in small sections and do like a stamping pattern. Go up and down, and then side to side. I learned this technique from taking an XO8 class, and I loved it. I saw more results when I'm using my microchanneling pen this way. So I haven't done this in so long. I miss it. Okay, then I'm gonna come up here. Oh, I gotta tell you guys a story of what happened to me. So I'm gonna switch this to the blue speed, and I'm gonna go underneath my eye really quick. Blue speed is low. And I'm just gonna go out just like this. You can do this way, and you can also just stamp it for a few seconds. So I got a new phone, and I'm part of that iPhone upgrade program. And I've been doing this for years, since they started it. And whenever I get my new phone, they send me a trade-in kit to send my old phone back to them. And I drop it off at FedEx and get a receipt, and I've never had any issues. Well, I seen that they received the phone, and they said they would, let me know in 24 hours if my phone was in good condition or if they were going to send it back. So it's like 2 days later, and then I get an email stating that they haven't received my phone. So I called, and I was on the phone with Apple for over an hour. And apparently when they received my phone wasn't in the box. So somebody at FedEx stole my phone. And they said that the box wasn't damaged, and it didn't look like it was tampered with. But my husband was reading online, I guess this has been happening, and people are like going in there and surgically cutting the tape so you can't even tell, and stealing the phones. And they know it's unlocked because it's part of the iPhone upgrade program. But now that I've turned it in, anybody tries to use that phone, it's going to be locked because Apple will make it so they won't be able to activate it. But the problem is that I hope that I don't have to pay for that. It should be insured, because I can't prove that I put it in there. I can prove that I dropped it off at FedEx, but I don't have any pictures. So, but this is insured, and if they see my history that I've been doing this for a while now, and I have a good history. This has never happened before. And why would I ship an empty box? Why would I do that? I mean, I could go to jail for that. What the heck? So I've been kind of stressing about that, because I don't want to have to pay for that phone. Of course, right? Okay, oops, guess what? I did that on the low speed. Oh well, it's okay. I did this side on the high speed, that on the low speed, because I forgot to switch it after I did my eye. So I'm just gonna go around and do my eye really quick. I'm just gonna do that stamping motion. I have to go around my mole here. And then I'll just come over here and well, since I did the low speed over here, I might as well just use low speed for the rest of my face so it's not too different. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my forehead. Oh, my dryer is singing to me. And I'm just gonna use that same stamp technique. We're gonna go vertical and then horizontal. My dryer is done, so after I'm done with this, I gotta go, or I'm sorry, my washer. I gotta go hang up the clothes. Oops, that dry. My skin soaked that up pretty fast. Here, there's still some there. Okay, here we go. You always want to make sure that you have glide when you're doing this. You don't want to do it over bare skin with no product on it. So that's not drying up. Okay, so now let's just do my nose really quick and then we'll do my lip area and my chin. So I'm foregoing the Medicube Air Shot today because I wanted to really do this treatment. I needed to do something different. And besides, I just used it on Wednesday. So, all right, so now I'm just gonna do my lip area. Okay, and I'll actually do this on my actual lip too. Okay. Now I'm gonna do underneath my lip. And over here. And now let's do my chin. I would love to do this treatment with the Osmosis Renew serum. You can do that. It would mimic as if you were gonna get a facial infusion. FYI, but you have to use like about 5 pumps of Renew. And then you'd want to apply it in sections and then work it into the skin with your microchanneling. But that's only, you only want to do that if you've been using Renew for a little bit on your skin, because if you haven't and you go straight into doing that, you're going to get a lot of inflammation and possibly peeling. All right, so we are done with this. And I actually liked using this booster chip on the low setting. I don't feel as it did, it caused as much inflammation in my skin. It was definitely much gentler. So for those of you who have the booster chips, the booster, the grand booster, or the zip chip, FYI, probably good to use those on that low speed. All right, so now we're done with that. And I'm going to let this absorb into my skin for a few minutes. I'm gonna go hang up my clothes and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I went to go hang up my clothes from the washer, and then when I came back, I did my my Sama pulsed 40 LED light panel with, I put on the toner or the mist, and then I went in with the serum. And I did my 1 minute of consecutive red and near infrared, and then 6 minutes of the pulsed with the red and near. And as you can see, I mean, my skin looks pretty good. This did not cause any stinging sensation, you know, the niacinamide, what I call it, spiciness. I didn't get that from this, which normally I would get that from the original one. So I did not get that. Skin looks great, super happy with it. Now, I've been sitting here debating on whether I want to do this. I don't think I'm going to, because if I'm going to do an arms treatment with that mask on, it's just going to be too awkward to move around. So let's skip that. So I'm going to use the Pico toner on my face, and I'm going to use the Jane Man Special Edition on my arms. I'm sorry, Neurotris and Jane Man. So I did put my Asterwood Naturals Matrixyl 3000 and Argireline serum on my arms. And I'm waiting for it to kind of dry on my hands a little bit, so when I put on the gloves, it's not going to be, whatchamacallit, the gloves won't be too sticky. So I have my Neurotris quad cable, and I'm going to hook it up to my Pico toner, because we're going to use the alligator clips. So connect that, and then I'm going to connect red, which is positive, and then black, which is negative, to that connector. And then I got to attach 2 red and 2 black alligator clips. I really hope that this works. I really, really, really do. Because if this doesn't work, then I'm not going to be able to do the hands treatment today. I'll have to maybe come back later this week for that. I think tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, I possibly might be getting off work early. Now what happened here? Sometimes the clips come off. So of here, I'd have to say that these clips aren't, you know, the best quality. So I think I just broke this one. Did I? Oh God, I don't know. It's not working. Okay. You gotta be careful when you're putting them on here, because if you press this, if you press it down when you're clipping it, this comes loose. So I'm gonna put it on right now, and same thing happened. Ay, ay, ay.
So let me fix it. I might have broken it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Okay. At least I think I did. Alrighty, so we're gonna do negative over positive with the alligator clips. So you wanna make sure you go negative black over red. That's negative over positive. So I'm gonna separate those so I don't get them mixed up. All right, so let's set up our gloves really quick for the special edition. So I'm gonna hook up another Pico cable to the special edition. And then I'm going to put the red snap on the red cord and then the black snap on the black cord. Okay, so that's done. So now let's get our XO8 mask set up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim this off with my scissors. And with this mask, you can put it back in here and put it in a Ziploc bag and store it in the refrigerator, and then use it in a couple of days after if you wanted to. So this is a really slippery mask. It smells like rose. It has Bulgarian rose scent in it. It has 24 karat gold in it. And the placenta peptide complex, which does contain animal matter. There's vitamin C in here. A bunch of yummy ingredients in this mask. And it conducts microcurrent so well into the skin. I just wish that the eyes were open a little bit better. It was going into my eye. Okay, so what I usually like to do is I usually like to come in here and be very careful of your eye, and I'll cut right in here a little bit so I can get it to lay down on my nose a little bit more. So let's connect this cable here. So I'm gonna connect the negative right here. Oh, see what happens with these suckers sometimes? So annoying. Sorry, guys. All right, you better stay. It's not like... Okay. Works better when you're laying down, because that's the way it's meant to be used. Not like how I'm doing it for video purposes. But I really want to, film this video and do this facial with you guys. So we'll see how it works. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna hook this up. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my silicone sheet cover mask, put this on, and then it has this chin strap, and I can strap in the mask and keep those connectors in place. Okay. Without the mask sliding. Okay, so let's get our hand treatment going before we turn on that Pico toner. Okay, so I'm gonna treat this arm first. So I'm gonna do just 10-minute treatments on each arm. So I'm gonna do the first, oh, this is sliding off, darn, sliding down. Probably would have been better to do the Viktoria De Ann. Oh well, I'm just gonna have to keep moving it. So the glove's gonna go on the hand that you're gonna be using to make your movements, and then this glove remains bare. So this one's going to be your positive, your red cord, and this is gonna treat your hands at the same time. So we're gonna do 5 minutes on the P1 program, which is for connective tissue,
and fascia release. This mask is sliding all over the place, which kind of sucks because I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to connect the black snap to this one for the negative, and that's going to go over my glove. So remember, you want to remove your watch. If you have any bracelets, you can wrap them in saran wrap so that the current doesn't conduct. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the P1, and I'm probably going to have to start this at, I'm going to do like 50% because it is the body, so it's going to require more energy. And now what I'm just going to do is mist my hand with the Neurotris Conductive Mist. Turn on my Pico toner, and we're going to do P2. And I'm going to do this at 20%. Oh my God. It's falling. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my treatment. And I can feel this conducting into my arm. And you just take your hand and you just go up slowly. Just keep moving it up slowly until now I feel like I can go up a little bit more, so I'm going to turn it up to about 55%. And I'm just going to come in here. It feels really good, but I feel like I can use more. I need more. So let's go to 60%. Oh yeah, now that feels good. So you have to keep testing it. And what you're going to feel is you're going to feel a sensation in the arm, and you're going to feel it in the hand. You want to feel a sensation when you're using this one. When you're using the Pico toner on P2, you won't feel the sensation because the Pico toner on P2, you don't really feel that in the skin. So I'm gonna kind of hold it a little bit here over my elbow because I do get some fascia adhesions in there. And when you use your whole hand, the current is spread out more, but if you want to focus on an area and concentrate it, use your fingertips. If you wanted to come in here in your forearm and concentrate on that muscle in there, use your fingertips, and that's where the current will be the most concentrated versus the whole hand. Okay, so I gotta pause this for a second. I gotta turn it off for a second because this mask is sliding down my face and it's covering my eyes. Stay. Wonder. Okay, now let's go back to that. Oh, sorry guys. So I'm going to go back to 60% and just continue on. Let's see. So we have like about 2 more minutes and then I'll switch over to P2, which is going to be that lift and tone. And then we'll treat like sun damage and the skin elasticity with that. But basically with your arm treatment, you can do holds, hold for a few seconds and then move up like this. And I come up underneath. Okay, or then you can just take your hand and slowly just glide it up like this. Okay, so now let's switch over to P2, which is lift and tone. And I'm gonna take this up to, I'm gonna try 60%, and then I'm just gonna mist this onto my hand again. And then now we can go up and glide like this. I mean, you can do longer. You can do this for 30 minutes if you want. It's just that I get tired of holding my arm up for the camera. So I just like to do 5 minutes on each mode. And to really see a difference in your body, you want to do this about every 72 hours. Treat your arms, and then if you're going to treat your legs, so your leg, so you just take your hands like this and you run it up the leg, or you can do negative over positive and go up this way, or just go up this way. Same thing with the abdomen too. And remember, this hand is getting treated as well. So your hands will look really good after this. But this energy just feels so good going through the body. It'll make you feel good. Okay, and then if you have sun damage, crepey skin, wrinkling on the body, you can just take your hand in this circling motion. And this is what they call the erase mode. And this will help with treating sun damage, crepey skin. I always like to get my shoulders. Those take a beating from sun damage, sun exposure.
So this mask is slipping again, and so what I think I'm gonna do is I have to fix it again because I'm wasting this mask and these are not cheap, and I want to make sure that my whole face is getting treated. So I'm gonna have to fix it. I have about a minute left of this, and then I get to switch arms. So I'm just gonna spend my final time just moving this up. And just remember, you don't want this glove to touch anything because it is conducting. So you just want to keep it free, make sure it's not touching any other body parts, this hand right here, or touching any surfaces. Don't you love how you can use your Neurotris devices on your body like this? I wish I could be more consistent with doing these, because if I was, then I know that my arms and my skin would look so much better on my body, but it takes time. So, which hopefully, you know, once my schedule gets more set, I'll have more time to start, you know, doing the things that I love for myself. I already see a difference in my skin. It looks so much better. It looks smoother, more hydrated. It looks brighter. See that? Definitely looks a lot brighter. Telling you, Neurotris, their current is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off, switch the hands, adjust this mask, and then switch it over to the last 10 minutes of lift and tone. Such a shame that my lip didn't get treated. Oh, such a shame. Okay. Actually, let's see something. Oh, I just ripped off the piece of that mask with the clip. Okay. Note to self, will not be filming with these again. Nope, I will not. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my face back like this. Put this on. Just hope that this stays. Okay, let's see what happens now. All right, so let me just switch that over to P1, and I'm gonna put it at 30%. Oof, 30%. I just did it to 35 and I really felt it because this mask conducts into the skin. So now, oh, look at my hand. Can you see the difference? I have a burn here, by the way. So I've been treating it with this and the toner and then Pepti Repair. And it hasn't, it didn't blister, but it's scabbing, but it looks so much better. And then we just did microcurrent over it. So looks pretty good. It was pretty like a dark red before I started. Now it looks to be a little bit lighter. So yay. Okay, so now let's do our other arm. So that one, this one's gonna be the negative. So let me go ahead and change the snap on that. And it's always a good idea to keep a bowl of water nearby when you're doing this with your gloves, because sometimes they need to be rehydrated with water. So let me switch the snaps on this. Okay. Now we'll do the other hand. Mist my hand with the conductive mist and turn this on to P1, and I'll start out at 60%. I might feel this more on this side since it is my left side and the heart is right here. Oh yeah, I do. Oof, feels good. I love the way this feels. So you just feel that flutter in the skin. But I really love using this special edition on the body. I feel like it makes a big impact on the body versus the Pico toner, because this is meant to work into the fascia and the connective tissue. So like I feel like I see a bigger difference on the skin of my body versus the Pico toner. My ear's starting to kind of tickle a little bit. Oh, Misha's dreaming. You hear her? So cute. I wonder what they dream about. So cute. I'm not gonna wake her up because she was up all night with me, so she's gonna need to sleep. She needs to rest after being sick. She did eat her food this morning though, which is good. So I'm gonna put my arm down, but I'm still doing the treatment. Just my arm gets tired really easily. So, and I like to focus this a lot, like right up and through here too, when I'm treating my arms, because that's where my arms need a lot of work. And I stopped using Adipo on my arms because it's really expensive, and I have to give it a try again, but it's just a little bit too pricey. I mean, it's $75 for a tube. I did notice a difference with my arms when I put it on there, but I just sometimes forget. So, but I plan on trying it again. Maybe this winter I'll be able to do it. We'll have to see.
But right now I'm just buying necessities because I don't know what my schedule is going to be like yet. And as it is right now, I'm not getting as much hours as I would like. So I'm trying to, you know, budget my money. I wonder if they'll have a Black Friday sale. As you notice, they don't really do stuff like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch over to P2, which is that lift and tone. And I'm gonna do 5 minutes on this. And I'm just gonna spray this directly onto my skin. So this has salt in it. And I'm just gonna do a quick little rub. Okay, so now we're at lift and tone. You'll notice too that after you use this treatment on your arms that your skin is gonna be so glowy looking. Looks really glowy and hydrated. I'm glad I didn't do the neck treatment. I'm so glad. This probably would have worked better with the Viktoria De Ann biocellulose mask. So next time we'll have to try that. This mask is just it's too much of a jelly mask that it just slips and slides, and it's meant to be used when you're laying down. So lesson learned again. So now I'm just gonna go in with that erase technique to help erase that sun damage. This is a good way too. You can perform, lymphatic drainage on your arms too, by the way. You just use your arm like this and you're moving it, close to those nodes, by the way. So very, very good. Do that on your legs too. Let's see, how much longer do we have? Okay, just a couple more seconds. I couldn't do this for 20 minutes. There's no way I would be tired. I'm good at 10 minutes per arm. That's about it. Maybe I feel that way right now because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much I have to do today still. But maybe if I was sitting down and relaxing in front of the TV, I could probably do this
maybe for about 20 minutes each arm, but your arm would get tired. But I could hold it down like this and do it versus, you know, trying to be on camera and holding it up and everything so you guys could see. All right, so we are done with that treatment. So that's how you can use your special edition on your arms. And then again, for your legs, you would just go up your leg like this around the sides. You can go like this too, or like this up. Same thing with your abdomen. You would take your hands and go up like this. Your butt, you'd go up like this with both hands, work it in. So, and I'm not going to film that, by the way. That's too much exposure of my body on camera. So definitely not going to do that. As I'm not very comfortable exposing that much stuff with my on camera. Okay, so let me turn this off. So you know, I'm definitely disappointed in how, you know, this mask treatment turned out, but hopefully I still got a good treatment. Oh, I did. My skin looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is the black clip that kept falling off definitely did tear into this mask. It wouldn't have if I would have been laying down, but since I had a lot of pressure on this, then yes, it did. So I just spilled some of this serum all over the place. So I'm gonna take this mask and I'm gonna pop it back in here. I'm gonna take out the plastic insert and I'm just gonna let the mask marinate in there, and then probably maybe Tuesday, I'll throw this mask on again and just let it soak on my skin without microcurrent. I gotta clean that. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll do the neck piece then too. So let's put on our finishing treatments and then we'll be done with this facial. So here is my skin, and I do have some like sparklies on it from the 24 karat gold in that mask, but it actually looks really, really good. So I'm gonna go in with the XO8 serums and their Vital Refining Treatment. And then I'm gonna use my Neogenesis moisturizers because I have to use these up. So I'll go in with the Intensive Moisturizer and then the Barrier Renewal Cream. So let me go in with the Revitalizing Elixir. So this contains the same ingredients as that mask, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some on my skin because there were areas that didn't get treated. So, and this is okay to be penetrated into the skin with microcurrent, by the way, because it was formulated to work with microcurrent. So if you don't want to do the mask and you wanted to get the same benefits from that mask, you could use this revitalizing serum under your microcurrent conductive gel. And it will conduct your microcurrent better into the skin because of the 24 karat gold. And you will get a beautiful treatment with this. We'll have to try that. Maybe we'll try that next week for our facial. So I'm gonna do that. Then we have the Vital Restorative Treatment. This is very good serum for acne, rosacea, sensitive skin. It's very hydrating. This contains snail mucin in it. So I'm gonna take a couple pumps of this because of that snail mucin and the hydrating properties, because I really want to keep my skin nice and hydrated. So if you do not like animal matter in your skincare, then the revitalizing mask and the revitalizing serum and the Vital Restorative mask serum wouldn't be for you, or the mask. The only mask you would like is probably the Peptide Radiance mask. It's like the revitalizing mask that we just used, but it doesn't contain any animal matter, no placenta peptide extract, okay? So unfortunately, they don't have the Vital Restore mask without the snail mucin. So, all right. So there's that. My skin just looks so good. It looks so nice and firm. So now I'm going to go in with the Vital Refining treatment. So this helps calms inflammation in the skin, helps with texture. This is the old formula. I don't have the new formula yet, but this is going to help my skin, helps with transepidermal water loss, helps with repairing, hydration, refining the texture of the skin. And this is a treatment that you can use at home about 2 to 3 times a week. And I just take a dime size amount. And you got to make sure that you pull back that syringe, otherwise it keeps oozing out. Now there is beeswax in here and some other healing ingredients. And something else, I think there's like, what's in here? Can I read it? We have magnesium sulfate, Serra alba, Centella asiatica extract. There's Japanese knotweed in here, Chinese skullcap root, green tea leaf extract, licorice root, and some other ingredient, allantoin in here. So it's very healing after treatment. And then you just mix that all together. And I put this all over, even around my eyes. It feels so good. It feels really cooling on the skin after, or when you apply it. Gosh, can I talk today? My skin just looks really, really good. Love. Okay. So I'll let that absorb into my skin for a little bit. Look at that glow that I have on my arms, and I didn't even put on any moisturizer yet. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the Neogenesis Intensive Moisturizer. I'm not gonna use the Barrier Repair because I feel like this is gonna do enough, like a pretty good job of restoring my barrier. Oh, I am out of this. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, I'll use this little bit, and then I guess I will go in with that Barrier Repair cream. Well, I'm glad that that's done. I thought that there was still a lot in there, so now I don't have to worry about wasting that. Because these Neogenesis moisturizers, you want to use them up. You don't want to let them sit around for months and months because they'll go bad, just like their growth factor serums, by the way. All right, so let's take the Barrier Renewal Cream. And put that over my skin. All right, so we have all this beautiful ingredients locked into my skin. So they'll heal. I don't want to wash my face for a good 8 to 12 hours. And that's perfect. I'm not going to go outside and be in the sun or be in front of a window because I don't want to put sunscreen on over this. I just want all these beautiful ingredients to penetrate into my skin and work their magic. And I think that they will. My skin looks really, really good. Look. It's like my jowls are really going away. I just cannot believe how much the density of my skin is improved and how firm it's getting. So good. So I didn't put on Adipo today. I used Adipo yesterday. And what I started doing is I started going in with the Strong Body Gel. And this week, like a couple days, I did put the Strong Body Gel right here. I want to see if it's going to help improve the skin here above my eyes. And the one thing that's nice about the Strong Body Gel is wherever you put it, it stays put. It doesn't travel. You couldn't put the cream here because, well, you could, but if you're going to leave it on for longer than 10 minutes, it's going to travel down into your eyes, where the Strong Body Gel just stays there and I can just leave it on longer. So I'll, keep you guys posted on how that works, but I think it's going to do a good job because, I've been seeing,
amazing results with my skin with Adipo. And why not try this area too to see if it will work, right? We just got to try it. All right, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, one last thing. Let me put on my lip treatment. I'm going to go in with the Atour lip treatment. Just take a little tiny bit out and put it on my lips. All right, so now we're done with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all the blooper moments that we had. Sorry it wasn't perfect, but I just really wanted to try this again and kind of multitask while we're doing an arms treatment. So again, any mask that is like a gel consistency will not work under those silicone face masks. You must lay down with it, so don't make the mistake that I did. But it was fun. All right, so I'm sending you all so much love and light, and hopefully I'll be back very, very soon for another video, and have a great week ahead if I don't see you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.